Okay, so to create a new tool, the best way to do it would be to launch TopTool separately from your CAM document. So to do that, I'm going to go to Start. I'm going to go to my All Programs here. I'm going to go find TopSolid 2007 and go to TopTool. Here I'm just going to say Go, and now we're in TopTool. Okay? Now, first thing you're going to do is go to Description, Catalogs, Workshop Components. This is where all your individual tools are created. So I'm going to go to Database for Missler and say OK. Now I'm going to go to Catalogs, Tools, pick my family choice of mill tool, and now for example let's go make a radius mill. So I'm going to say OK. Now one of the easiest ways to create what you want is to start by selecting a tool that already exists. Okay, so for example let's maybe make a new half-inch tool with a different corner radius, maybe a different cutting length. So I'm going to select that and I'm going to say Add. Now by default this is creating a 2-flute cutter. If I hit cancel real quick and I go to comment, never mind. If I go here and I say add, if you want a 4-flute or a 3-flute, just change this to what you want. So for example 4-flute. I'm going to call this 0.5 by maybe a 1/16 radiused bullnose. Okay? And here I'm going to change this to 1/16. This is my flute length. Maybe we want this to be 1.5 inches. Now here the Z-length to program is the default value here, or the first value, is the length that's going to stick out of your holder to the maximum extension length. So maybe here we want to make this 1 5/8 to maybe we'll make it 2.5. Okay? Maximum pocket depth this tool is useful in. This is just a filter set for when you're running some automated routines in the future, but may as well make it the maximum depth that this tool can reach, which is 2.5 inches. Pocket diameter, this is the area needed for this tool to be useful. You can set it to be exactly the diameter or slightly bigger to help in selecting tools. Okay? Cutting material is carbide. If I hit F1 on my keyboard, I can choose from a list. Okay, insert type you can leave blank unless you're going to be using an inserted tool, but for now let's just keep it simple. Machining function. If you hit F1 on your keyboard, you can choose from here what machining function is. Is this a roughing tool only, a semi-finishing, a finishing? If you're going to use it for any type of operation, just set it to everything. That way it's easier. Tool direction, this is your spindle direction. Is this right or left? It's going to be R by default. Number of flutes, put it to 4. And then the tool link type. This here is how we relate this to the appropriate holder when we go to assemble this tool with a holder. So we can leave it as SS, and 0.5 would probably be correct. This would just be a 1/2 inch shank on this. Okay. You have your tool shank diameter. You have your tool total shank length, which maybe we'll make it, 1 inch. Okay. Then the tool total length, in this case, would be 3.5. So I'm just going to click here and say 0.5. And now you have your tool neck options. If we leave this as 0, it'll just be a normal shank. Okay? And from here, we hit Add. So now we've created our new tool. I'm going to say OK out of this, quit out of this, back to my main top tool, and now I'm going to go to Tools, Definition, Linked Tool. And now here is where you assemble the tool. So again, I'm on Mill Tool. I'm going to go down, go to Radius Mill. And maybe the first thing I want to do is set the type of machine I want to create a linked tool for. So here I'm going to go choose my Haas VF4. This will set the filter to all Cat 40s, and now I'm just going to go and hit Add. By default, when you hit Add, it copies whatever was highlighted. First thing you want to do is get rid of the internal reference. Okay. We know we're making a 4-flute tool, so maybe let's change this to 4-flute. Go to Component, and I'm going to hit Remove Last Component twice. And now I'm just going to create the assembled tool. So I'll hit Add a Component. I'm going to go find my 1/2 inch with the 1/16 corner radius. Okay. Say OK. And I'm going to go to Add a Component now, and I'm going to find the appropriate holder. So here I want to scroll down past my turning holders till I find a milling holder that I want to use, and this is a Cat 40. That's good. So I'm going to say OK. And I'm going to say Add and confirm the addition. So now the tool's been added. I can close out of this. I can leave this open. I can go back into TopSolid CAM. And for example, we can go and try to load the tool now. So I'm going to go into the Tool Manager. select an empty spot, right click, say new, go to mill tool, and I'm going to go to radius mill, and there's my 1/2 inch with a 1/16 corner radius. I'm going to say OK, and now you can see the tool has been loaded. It's in the holder. It's good to go. That would be the best way to do things.